Stay tuned for Airgun Detectives.
Welcome to a special episode of Airgun Detectives. This is where our Rare and Unusual series continues. I'm your host, JC, and today we're going to take the mystery out of the Smith Wesson 586 8-inch barrels. Extremely rare. We'll get into that in just a moment. But before we get started here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down in the corner. Doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free, and I would greatly appreciate that because that'll help support the channel. Also, check out my website, www.airgundetectives.com. On that site, I've got t-shirts. I still have some of the Nitro Memorial t-shirts left. Remember, when they're gone, no more, and those are at a discounted rate for you if you're interested in those. I also have my Generation 2 bipods. I have various other t-shirts, hats, and U-Gamo shooters, the ones with the Gamo brake barrel that have the Satin Cat triggers. I sell the trigger kit on those, which will turn those into a match style trigger. It really will. Okay, let's get back to our subject on hand. So today we're featuring in a Rare and Unusual series is some extremely rare revolvers, and probably some of the nicest revolvers ever made. These are the Smith Wesson 586. These are actually in an 8-inch version. They made a 4-inch version, a 6-inch version. In fact, I reviewed the 4 and 6-inch versions a couple years ago. But I decided to show these on the Rare and Unusual because they are extremely rare. What are these? These are a 10-shot, .177 caliber CO2 pistol. They're a CO2 pistol. These were actually first developed in around 1998. Umarex launched these with the instructions and licensing of Smith Wesson. Smith Wesson actually helped develop these pistols. They actually weigh exactly the same as the real authentic 586 357, which actually the real one came out in 1980, just so you know. So again, these were in production right around 1998. The 4 and 6 inches barrels are real common. The 8-inch extremely rare. They only produced these for about 2 years. And these only came in the blued finish, as you can see here. All of them initially came out with blued finish, but as time progressed, they got away from the bluing and they went to more of a powder coat, painted type finish. So the 686 were kind of painted silver, and then your 586 were painted black. So they went to a more of a paint type finish on those. These are all still construction, and that's what puts it together with the authentic weight. These actually, the 8-inch ones, these weigh 3 pounds, 2.5 ounces. 3 pounds, 2.5 ounces. So they're a big, hefty gun. 13 inches overall. These ones have the 8-inch barrel, as you can see that, the 8-inch barrel. They all have 10-round magazines. And they're, they just flip out just like this. You got your 10-round magazine, as you can see. And again, these are all in a blued finish, which is really nice. They have fully adjustable sights. The sights on these are completely adjustable. German made. These are German made. And I'm telling you, there is no lack when it comes to quality on these things. They have very nice rubber grips on them. Very nice rubber grips. And within those grips, we have the CO2 concealed in there, so you can see that. There's where the CO2 is. It's got a great little piercing system on them. It really does. But anyway, I like the way these just hide the CO2. These are solid. These originally retailed when they first came out in 1998, close to that $300 mark. And then the 8-inch, they quit producing those within a couple years, and then they became more and more rare. Nowadays, these are a miracle if you can even find them. Seriously, a miracle. And they run anywhere between $500 and $900. Yeah, because they are extremely awesome. They really are. So let's go out and show you the performance of these, and then at the end we'll come back and chat about it. So stay tuned for the next segment. All right, let's test out our Smith Wesson 586, our 8-inch barrel, for some velocity. It's a good CO2 weather. It's probably in the mid 70s right now. So not too shabby. Both these guns shoot about the same. They really do. They're within a few feet per second of each other. So we're just going to shoot some basic 7-grain hobbies. These is just a 7-grade lead pellet. We'll shoot 5 shots. We'll average it over the crony. We'll just see how well we perform. All right, shot number 1. 498. Shot number 2. 490. Shot number 3. 487. Shot number 4. 481. And one more shot. 471. There you go. You can see how that CO2, each shot kind of cools down a little bit. But good velocity out of these, that's for sure. Good velocity. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. All right, let's do a little accuracy test with our 586. They're the same. I'm just going to grab one, and we'll use that for accuracy. What I'm going to shoot, though, I'm going to shoot the H&N Final Match Heavies. These are 8.18 grain pellet. These are not very pellet picky, but these seem to do exceptionally well. So we're going to go ahead and use these pellets. And also, we're going to be shooting at our, move this out of the way so I can get to these. These are our 8-inch HD targets, 8-inch HD targets. Really like the impact point. And I'll be aiming dead center, so we'll just see, how it groups. Distance-wise, how far are we? We're roughly 10 meters, 11 yards, whatever you want to call that. Go ahead and check that out real quick. You can see our target. Yeah, so I'm just going to shoot 5 shots, and we're going to go for grouping. Again, I'm going to aim dead center, shoot 5 shots. We'll go from there. All right. Shot number 1. Shot number 2. Shot number 3. Shot number 4. And one more. Shot number 5. Yes, heck of a group. But come on, 8-inch barrel. These things actually do really, really, really well. So again, yeah, check out that group. You can't beat it. You really can't. All right, let's move on to the next segment. Okay, let's test out our 586 as far as the trigger pull goes. We'll do both double action and single action just so you guys can see the difference. It's kind of an intimidating looking pistol, isn't it? It really is. Okay, we got our trusty Lyman trigger gauge here. Let's reset that. Okay, we're going to do double action first. Double action first. All right, that was 7 pounds, 6.3 ounces. 7 pounds, 6.3 ounces. Okay, let's reset our gauge. And let's do single action. 4 pounds, 14 ounces. 4 pounds, 14 ounces. Yep, it's a revolver trigger, that's for sure. It really is. But that is such a neat looking pistol. It really is. Pretty intimidating. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. All right, my favorite part. Let's do a little plinking here with our 586. All right, we're our same distance that we were with the accuracy test, which is roughly 11 yards, 10 meters. Go ahead and check that out and see what we're shooting at. I got 2 shells full of targets. Got some little small stuff there. Little shotgun shell, a couple of little things, a couple little pipes and can on the bottom. So what we're going to do, let's take out the bottom row, then we'll move out to the top row. We'll start with something easy, the big can on the right, and then we'll work our way upward. All right, I got 10 shots, so hopefully I can get 8 targets down. We'll see. Some of those are a little small, but this thing is pretty accurate, so we'll see. All right. That's one, but that was the easy one. Two. Three. Four. All right. Got that bottom row. All right, let's start with the tough thing. Let's start with the shotgun shell on the right side. Dismiss. All right, we got a little piggy. Little pipe. in the vitamin bottle. There we go. These are accurate. That 8-inch barrel really helps as well. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's wrap this up with our conclusion here. So, I mean, all you can say is these 586, the 8-inch, just awesome. They really are. I mean, I have no negatives on these whatsoever, except for the fact that they no longer make them. Sometimes it's so frustrating when you see such a fine air pistol, and they're fantastic in performance, looks, everything, and then they just quit manufacturing them. But that's why I'm here, to show you the stuff that they no longer manufacture as well. But anyway, let's just talk about the positives on these things. These are fantastic replicas. These are the same size and weight of the original 357. They really are. They're so hefty. Like I said, they're about 3¼ pounds. Fully adjustable sights. I love the fact that they have the fully adjustable sights on them. That's pretty awesome. Solid steel. That's why they're so heavy. The grips are fantastic because they're a rubber texture. Almost kind of remind you of like a Pacmar type grip. And then they have the performance to match. You guys saw we were getting just under 500 feet per second when we were croning it. Now on a warm day, I've gotten over the 500 feet per second with, yes, a lead pellet. Yeah, and then these 8-inch, and I think it has to do with the longer barrel too. The accuracy is just amazing. You guys saw the target. We got under ½ inch at the 11 yards. I mean, and that's just incredible. As far as shot count, you get about 60 good shots. So you're gonna fill this up. These are 10-round magazines, so 6 times, and you're gonna get 6 good shots. You know what's funny is I have 2 of these, and I came across these just over the last several years. Acquired them. I got them used, but they're like in mint condition. They really are. But I want to show you the difference. This one, you can tell this one's a first run. Look at the writing on the side here. It's next to. It's almost invisible and very small. Now, if you compare that, look at the writing on this one. This is a full-on, I mean, it's basically a paragraph on this thing. It really is. But you see the difference. So this one actually even says Umarex on it, where the other one, as I was showing that to you, it does not show or say the word Umarex on it at all. It just says Smith & Wesson. So this is probably a first-run edition, which makes it even worth more money. But, you know, it's like anything else. They're worth what someone's willing to pay for them. All I'm thankful for is that I found him, and I have him in my collection, and I had the opportunity to shoot him, because these are awesome. And again, I'm going to tell you, these 8-inch, extremely rare, because a very small number was ever manufactured, and that was only in the first couple of years. Then they stopped flat out, and then continued with the 4 and the 6-inch, because the 4 and the 6-inch were pretty common. In fact, they quit actually manufacturing all of those several years ago. But these they quit, I mean, right around the 2000 year, they stopped making the 8-inch. So that's what makes them so rare and makes them qualify for a rare and unusual series. And keep in mind, if you guys don't know, I will feature one of these rare and unusual series every month until I run out of subject matter, and hopefully that's not going to be for quite some time. And what I'll do is I'll show you an air gun that is either rare, that means it's very difficult, they no longer manufacture it, or maybe it's just something unusual. But occasionally I will show you something that is manufactured. So don't get too frustrated if they're not. But this also can motivate you to maybe go look for something used at some point and maybe see if you can find one of these classics, because they are extreme classic, amazing build quality on these. Like I said, they're all 100% German made, German manufactured, and the quality is just insane on these. It really is. So these are definitely a jewel. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this series of Airgun Detectives. Don't forget, this is where we take the mystery out of the air gun. Until next time, I hope you and your families are getting plenty of shooting in. Everybody's doing really well. So take care, and God bless.